Well, for the second year in a row, the Brown Roofing Company out of Seymour has done an amazing thing.
They've given one lucky homeowner here in our state a free roof. They're saying is Brown won't let you down, and they certainly didn't for the Brady family in Newtown. Take a look.
It's a work in progress, but a job that will be done in a day. Brand new plywood, shingle by shingle, the new roof goes on this house in Newtown. The cost about $16,000, but the homeowner will pay nothing because they were selected by Brown Roofing Company to be their charitable donation of the year. Meet from left to right Becky Brady, her mom Amy, and Amy's good friend Eddie Jean Pellick.
We have been blessed with a free roof from Brown Roofing. I had heard of the program, and actually I saw you doing something, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
A program that Brown Roofing sales manager Michael Goldberg started a few years ago. Here's Vice President of the company, Barbara Collins, to tell us more.
What he wanted to do was actually give back to the community. He would meet all different people out there, and his vision was to put a new roof on for someone in need once a year. So unfortunately, he passed away.
And even though Michael is gone, his dream continues at Brown Roofing. One lucky homeowner is given a free roof each year. Amy Brady and her family were chosen from dozens and dozens of submissions coming into the company.
How many letters did you get this year?
So how many letters did we get?
We got about over 80. So it was about 80 to 85 letters that we received.
And you're able to do one?
So what I did was I went through all of those, narrowed it down to 3, and then passed it off to Eddie.
Eddie Griffin is the president of the company. He, along with his former sales manager's mom, picked the winner each year.
The reason that we involved Michael's mother is we still like the Goldberg family to be involved with picking the final candidate. And I read the last 3. Amy's story was very, very beautiful. It touched my heart. I wanted to pick her right away, but I had one phone call to make, and that was to Mrs. Goldberg's family. And right away, Mrs. Goldberg, once I read this story, she's like, we're going to pick Amy.
As you can imagine, Amy is ecstatic. It's been quite a journey for her and her family.
My husband had multiple medical issues. I was basically a caregiver. He had a couple of strokes, had cancer years ago, survived that, ended up with a couple of strokes, ended up on dialysis ultimately. And then he ended up dying July 2nd of last year.
Of last year?
Yep.
2022?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And even though Richard died at 63, he certainly made his mark. He was a beloved volunteer firefighter in the Botsford section of Newtown, among other things. Meet volunteer firefighters Aaron Nezveski and Pete Blomberg.
Tell me a little bit about Rich and what he meant to the department.
So Rich has been a longtime member. He joined in the late 70s.
Wow.
And around, I believe, 88, he became second assistant chief and rose into the ranks over the years to first assistant and then to chief back in 2001 through 2004. He gave us a lot of years. He came up from Stanford, has a history as a tool and die maker, actually holding a nozzle that he made for us that we still keep on the engine today.
Wow.
So we've had this in use for over 20 years.
That's incredible.
The Bradys, usually a family that's giving, now needed a little help.
While he was still alive, the two of us would talk about how are we going to do this, how are we going to afford this, we need a new roof. We just had no idea how. And God ended up providing in a way I couldn't have foreseen at that point.
Who did God provide you with?
Eddie Jean.
Eddie Jean and the company?
And the Brown Company.
Tell me about the Brown Company.
Eddie Jean, Amy's good friend, wrote the letter that was selected.
I don't even remember what I wrote in the letter, just that, this family was in need, and the husband passed away, and he was a retired fireman in Newtown, and I just hammered away on the keyboard.
And it came out good.
It did. It did.
And they picked the letter.
So I'm going to cry.
That's okay. Oh, that's beautiful.
It is.
Today's the day the spongy old roof is being replaced, down to the studs.
What does this particular project involve today?
So we stripped everything down to the bare wood. In the middle of doing that, we realized that they needed a full deck replacement, so we're replacing the whole entire roof decking with half-inch CDX plywood, installing all new ice and water shields, synthetic felt papers, installing a full lifetime roofing system, new fascia boards, new gutter system, the whole kit and caboodle, just to make sure that this family does not have to worry about water infiltration on the exterior of their home at all.
The Brown Roofing Company goes that extra step, even providing shelter for the bushes, making sure that none of the debris from the roof falls off and hits them. You hear that sound behind you?
Yes, I do.
What does that sound like?
That is hammering, and it sounds like they're putting on the shingles.
And is that music to your ears?
Oh, yes, it is. It is definitely music to my ears.
The Brown Roofing Company is awesome. They just came in and took over. They're happy and love working with each other. They're such a good team.
If you would like to learn more about Brown Roofing or to get a free quote, please head to their website. It is brownroofing.org. A great company doing great things for the community. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the story.